Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Karen Prince. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. So today I'm going to show you guys how I did these locks. Okay, now I don't know whether to call them goddess locks or bohemian locks. I feel like it's a mix between both of them. So I'm just going to call them bohemian goddess locks. Okay, I absolutely love my hair. I haven't been in love with a hairstyle like completely in a while, so I'm so excited about these. I'm going to try to keep them in as long as possible, but guys, if you want to see how I created this look, please stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to show you guys right now. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to show you what type of hair I use. For the very ends of my hair, I did go ahead and use human hair. Now, this is some old hair I had laying around. So if you have some old hair, please use it. I just want to show you what the pattern looked like, okay? Now, this piece of track that I'm showing you right here is all that I use for the back of my head. And then this is what I use to finish the front. And I just had a couple of pieces left on there, okay? So that just gives you an idea of how much hair you may need. Now for the other hair, you're going to need this Jamaica braid by Bobby Boss. I use 4 packs of this. And then you're going to need this Rasta Free. Okay, I use 3 packs of this and it is in the texture Island Crimp. Okay guys, so go ahead and pick those up. Now I do want to mention this, all these things are interchangeable, so if you can't find this exact brand near where you are, just look for the texture of the hair. Okay, so first I am just going to show you how to prep the hair. So for the kinky hair, the Jamaica braid, you're just going to want to separate it, you know, however you feel comfortable, separate it. I just kind of run my thumb down it and pull it apart, okay? Just like this. Okay, so for the island crimp hair, you just want to take it and kind of pull it apart from either end, so it's kind of like almost you're stretching the hair. So that's just what I do. That makes it separate more easily, and then I go ahead and just pull it apart into 2 pieces and stick it back together just so it's like more fluffy or whatever. You can separate this however you want. This is just what I did. Okay, now usually I would just show you putting in my Organics edge smoothing gel, and I just put that all around my parts. That's my favorite edge gel, or what I like to use to braid. All right, and then what I'm doing is I'm just adding in the hair using the box braid method, and this is just how I do it. Not really sure how to explain that, so I'll just let you guys watch it, even though my hands are kind of in the way. Okay, I do apologize for that. And once it's attached using the box braid method, which I do extremely loosely, then I begin to twist. Now, for the twist in the back, I use this method. I just twisted the twist very lightly so they can have more fluff to them, okay? And the twist would look something like that. Now, for the ones at the top, I wanted them to be a little bit smaller because I feel like my hair was getting a little bit too voluminous. Whatever, too fluffy. So I then began to twist tighter, like a rope twist. Okay, so you're just gonna go ahead and twist it how you desire. All right, you can either twist it loose or you can twist it tight, and you're gonna twist it all the way down until you'll need to add in the human hair on the ends, and I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. Okay, so hi, right now I'm actually editing my video. Okay, so if I look tired, that is why. But I felt like I really need to come on here and show you this crucial part, this crucial step. I wanted to let you guys know that this is about how much hair I will use for each lock. Maybe about this much or smaller. Okay, it's all up to you and how you want the finish of your locks to look, but this is about how much I use for each lock, and I will just cut that off and add it in. Now, when I added it in, I just made sure just, you know, not more than maybe 3 to 4 inches. I feel like sometimes it was 2 inches, sometimes it was 1 inch. It really wasn't that much hair left out on the tips. But I felt like I just needed to show you guys that because I feel like that's a crucial step to getting the locks to look similar to this. But yes, okay, back to the video, and here you go. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to add that piece in and make sure I have enough hair at the bottom that will be poking out of the end of the lock. And I'm just adding it in using the braiding method. Okay, so it's not nothing fancy. You don't have to make this look extra neat because no one is going to see that, as it will be wrapped up in the lock. All right, but what I do want to mention is that you want to make sure that when you twist down, you still have human hair at the bottom. Okay, so I realized that I had a little bit too much hair, so I kind of had to edit it. I kind of just wrapped the excess hair up the twist, just like you would do the lock. And then I was just kind of scrunching it up a little bit just to make sure that the end of the lock came to a point, because I didn't want the end of my locks thick and then have a small strand of human hair coming out of it. I wanted to look like it came to a natural point. Okay, so I'm taking one whole piece of the island crimp and a half a piece of the marley hair, and I'm putting it together, okay? And I'm going to use this to wrap my lock. Now, when I start wrapping my lock, I want to leave about, you could leave about 1 inch. I just left a little bit longer length because this was one of the shorter locks. So now I am going to wrap this at the base of my head 4 to 5 times. Okay, so you just want to make sure that base is secure and it's looking like a lock from the start. So that's why we do that. Now, as I'm wrapping, I'm making sure I'm keeping that hair spread out. So what I want to say is, when you start to twist these locks, it's more of like, it's not a cut and paste. So each lock will be different, but here are some things that I did to give my lock a distressed look. So like here, you can see me like wrapping it tighter, and then I'm gonna wrap it looser in some spots. Okay, so one thing that I made sure I did throughout the lock was like, I would leave like little spots like that to where the twist was poking out, so I wouldn't wrap it. I will purposely come down just a little bit, you know, and then I will continue to wrap down. Now there's times when the lock starts to tighten up, but it loosens up as, you know, after you're done or whatever. So I will constantly kind of be going back to fix that. But here, now you see me doing this thing where I will take small strands and just kind of pull it up with my finger like this. I was trying a way to make it look distressed, and then I would just wrap it loosely just to give it like a little bulb or something, and then I will begin wrapping normal again, so tighter. And I would do things like this all throughout the all throughout the lock. Okay, I was just constantly doing stuff like this. Now, one thing I have to say about this is just like, it's more of an artistic expression. So like I said before, it's not a cut and paste type of thing. Like, it's kind of do as you feel while you go. So you just want to make sure you kind of just like, you know, doing things randomly to give it that aesthetic. It's kind of very hard to explain, but I hope you guys see what I'm talking about. But you just continue to wrap down. Okay, now like at this point I even went ahead and put a knot at the bottom for whatever reason. Okay, so I just wanted to look as distressed as possible. Okay, so as I got toward the end of the lock, I just made sure I wrapped a little bit tighter because I want the end of the lock to come to a point. So when you get to the end, you want to make sure that the human hair and the synthetic hair is separate, and you're going to begin to wrap going up the length of the lock. And I'm just making sure that I can get that to a small point. So I'm wrapping it extremely tight, and just keep wrapping up just like you wrap down, but you want it tight. And then I'm just cutting off a little bit of this excess hair, and I'm going to continue to wrap that all the way up until there is no more hair left down to the very last strand. And then I'm going to palm roll it like you're trying to start a fire, okay? Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and burn it. Burn the length of the bottom and roll it. And here, this is how I will get it to be more at a point. I will just burn it right where the human hair and the synthetic hair is, and I will roll it with my finger to get more of that seamless look from lock to human hair. And I just burn it maybe about 3 to 4 times, and then that is it, y'all. Okay, you guys, so this is what my parting space looks like. Okay, I feel like I did a really good job on my parts this time. I just wanted my parts to look neat, so I did take my time and go ahead and part my hair. Get yourself a good rat tail comb to get those parts neat, and have some patience. Okay, so yeah. And then here is what the back looks like. All right, I'll put the number of I'll put the number of locks that I have in my hair right here, but you know, everybody's head is different, so that may vary for you. Just do what fits your hair the best, okay? One thing I do want to mention, as I'm sure you've noticed, my locks are layered, okay? And I made sure my locks along the edges of my hair were shorter, so even in the back and the perimeter, all those locks are short. I didn't want any long locks on my edges, and with doing that, I created layers. Now, I have to say that I did 1/2 of my head in the front first, and then I matched it to the other half. So whatever the locks parallel was, I made sure it was the same length, if that makes sense. So yes, I did do that, just so that it would frame my face the same if I decided to wear a middle part. So one thing I do want to mention, for the back half of my head, I did twist those looser, so that's why they look a little bit more fluffy. And you can also see, like, it looks like some of them are starting to unravel. At first, that was not my intention, but then when I saw the way it looked and how it looked more distressed, I began to like it. So that's the difference between the front and the back. I'm not sure if you can even tell, but sometimes with this island crimp hair, the silkier hair, if you don't twist it tight enough, it will unravel. So be careful how loose you are wrapping your locks, okay? But yes, you guys, that is it. I really love these locks so much. I just been really wanting some Bohemian goddess locks for like the longest time, and I just never got up the courage to want to start and finish them, but I finally did, and I am in love. I'm going to try to keep these in for about 3 to 4 weeks, or maybe 4 to 5 weeks. I don't know, however I'm feeling. But guys, if you have any questions for me, please leave those questions down in the comment section and I will be sure to get back to you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm wondering if I should like do a class on these. I live in LA. If you guys will be interested in taking a class on how I do these faux locks, leave a comment down below. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it was easy for you to understand. And once again, it's more of an artistic expression. It's not cut and paste. So if you feel like you can distress the lock your own personal way, go ahead and do that. It doesn't have to be exactly what I did. Okay, guys? But thank you for watching this video and I will see you guys later. Bye.